2, 1. Hey guys, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live. Now tonight we have with us, oh man, sorry, I just met this guy like 2 days ago. Craig,
My
my
name is Adam Walton.
yeah, but it's just telling me now that it's not on Facebook. So hold on,
All right.
I gotta fix this because I'm a Facebook guy. All right, let's see. Put it on Facebook. Why? Huh? That's weird. All right. It looks like this broadcast was deleted on Facebook to stream. All right, so hang on. I'm fixing this because it's being weird. So, how are you, man?
I'm doing all right, brother.
That's good. Sorry about this, man.
No problem, man. Do your thing. Take your time.
All right.
I'm
Well,
assuming you're going to reboot and go live in a minute, or is this just going to carry over? Like, are
no,
we being recorded?
yeah, we're being recorded. We're live on now. We're live on Facebook as well. So, welcome into another edition of Make Every Second Count Live with me, your host, the award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, Jeff Marconette Jr. And I'm here tonight with someone I just met the other day. His name is Adam R. Walton. And I am very excited because I will be learning about him at the same time as you are learning about him. And it's just going to be awesome. And we know that the world is going through some difficult times at the moment. And it's good for people to see positive, re-encouraging things in life. And this is quality entertainment. So if you would please like this video, give us hearts, thumbs up, thumbs down, stick your tongue out at us, cry at us, make angry faces at us. It doesn't matter. Just do something at us. And please don't forget to share this video out, because I know that this will add value to somebody's life. So if you would like to go ahead and introduce yourself, Adam, that would be awesome.
That was a pretty good introduction right there, I have to say. Again, my name is Adam Walton. I am coming to you from the Mental Mastery Alliance, a podcast, a website, an Instagram account, a movement, a group of people that are working tirelessly to do what we can. Essentially, do what we can to work towards a higher. I want to say higher evolution, but it's more of a higher vibration, a better tactic, a better belief system. De-stress, no anxiety, no stress. Get rid of depression, all that fun stuff, and get a movement going, get a business going, get people on board with you.
That is awesome, man. So what exactly is it that you do to help people with their anxiety and their stress?
Change the way they perceive what it is that they're perceiving. So how you look at something is usually the cursor. You know, the idea in the situation, the scenario that you're in is never really the stressor. It's how you choose to look at it. So with the information that we have, normally there's not much that, if you are stressing out, then you're lacking information. And if you want to continue to stress out, then you will defend your lack of information. If you've decided that you no longer want stress, you no longer want depression, you no longer want anxiety, You'll start looking for solutions. And when you're open to solutions, you'll understand from day one you created the world, the scenario, and the situation that you're in.
That is cool, man. Now, I make this show about a solution-oriented show
Sure.
to actually help people, because I know from my car accident where I was hit by a semi and in the hospital 3.5 months, but I was in a coma 2.5 months. They told me that I'd never walk again, and look at me now.
Mhm.
I'm not just living, I'm not just surviving, but I'm freaking thriving. And I want everybody out there to thrive and realize that they only get one life. So we talk on this show a lot about people's obstacles, people's adversities in life. Has there been adversities or obstacles that you have faced?
Absolutely. Never trust anybody that's never made a mistake or had a problem. My life is adversity. My life, comes from my experiences. I have a history of terrible things that have, quote unquote, happened to me, happened because of me, that have been done to me, that I have done to others. There is a continuous growth pattern. The most painful moments we find ourselves in, whether it's something we caused, whether it's something that we perceived as done to us, these are the moments that teach us the most. Not much comes from your comfort zone. So when you find yourself sort of pushed against the wire, when you find yourself, in a terrible spot, say you've done something terrible to somebody, this is going to sound weird, but the only reason you think it's terrible is because you're currently growing from it. If stabbing somebody wasn't going to bother you, then you wouldn't learn, you wouldn't grow. It wouldn't bother you to stab somebody. That's the scenario, right? But that's the thing. So every single one of those items that every single one of our listeners here has that they beat themselves up over, that right there is their growth point. The worst thing you've ever done to anyone. And we've all done some shitty things to people. Oh, can I swear on this? I'm sorry about that.
Yes, you can.
We've all done some terrible things to people. And whether it's inadvertently, whatever it is, if it didn't affect us and if we didn't need to learn from it, we wouldn't have given it a second thought. And that's the thing. So every single thing that we do have, that we dwell on and that we think about and that we think we've done or that has happened to us, every last one of those items is inside of your head and inside of your mind to teach you something. Because if it wasn't, you wouldn't think about it. If I said to you, think about the worst thing you ever did to somebody, don't give me an answer, just put it in your head. The audience now has somebody or something in their head. Now I say to you, think about the worst thing you ever did to somebody that you don't even know you did. And nobody's got that. But there's somebody out there that hates you because of something you did, and you don't even know they exist. And just like you could possibly hate somebody out there, and they don't even know you exist. Right. So it's a whole bunch of letting everything go and understanding that everything that we're doing and everything that's inside of our head is there to teach us. Everything we think about is there to teach us. It's there for a reason. Our thoughts exist for a reason. We don't have them. We experience them.
That's pretty amazing, man. So, but it's also, I need to say hi to a few people here. So first of all, I'm going to ask you if you would please tell me where you're from in the comments and put any big takeaways or any good points that you hear, because that would be awesome. But I want to say hi to my dad, because he is my biggest fan and he watches it all the time. And I need to say hi to Terry Smith, hi to Christine Kozaczuk, and hi to Rachel Johnson. So I thank you for watching. Those are the people I can tell that are watching, but there are 12 people watching right now. So, but it's all good. So what, like, All right. I understand that we've all done some things in life, and the point that someone is thinking about it and the point that someone is feeling bad, that's when they're growing. But how can you help people get over those things? How can you help people relieve that stress?
Very simply. Before I answer that question, I'd also like to say hello to your dad because I lost my dad 13 years ago and I don't have that opportunity. So hello, Jeff's dad and everybody watching. It's how I relieve that stress is I show you a different way to look at things. You have a set of rules inside your head. These rules are how you navigate life. These rules are how you navigate society. These rules are the rules that you have acquired and accumulated throughout the course of your life. You don't know where they came from. You don't know why you latched onto them, but somebody told you something somewhere at some point. You dismissed 99% of it, but you picked up 1 or 2% of it, and those became your thoughts and your beliefs. It's those thoughts and those beliefs that create your essential identity. It's those thoughts and those beliefs that limit you, whether it comes from wanting to be where you aren't, whether it comes from wanting to have something you don't have, whether it comes from how you navigate and process daily life. It all of this comes inside your head. And what we do while it's inside our head is we believe that everybody else is thinking like us. One of the things I teach people primarily first and foremost is the first thing people need to understand is I am not you and you are not me. And once we get that underway, there's more that grows from there. Because you're not anybody else, because you assume and you have your speculations and you interact in society in a way that you believe is proper. Not everybody is going to think that way. Not everybody's going to look at things that way. So we also work on removing the idea that it has to. There's no reason that anything that we think is supposed to work a certain way is supposed to work that way. So when we talk about depression and anxiety come from, well, depression comes from living in the past and anxiety comes from living in the future. So if you're speculating on what's going to happen in the future, if you're thinking about the future, you're going to be anxious, especially if you're relying on that information from your past. If you're relying on that information, if you're speculating, let's say, into the future from the past, from either your mistakes or from your I mean, even your greatest successes. Your greatest successes are essentially your limitations. Every single one of your beliefs right now is a limiting belief until you add new information to it. And to speculate into the future creates anxiety based on our past performance and based on what we can extrapolate from our past.
So, all right, sorry, go ahead.
But living in the moment right now, understanding that you're preparing for the future, understanding that results are inevitable. There's nothing that will stop you from achieving your results. Results are inevitable. You cannot fail. When you understand that you can't fail at anything, your world becomes open. Anxiety goes out the window. When you understand that your anxiety is based on some lie and some story that you picked up along the way and you held on to, and it's not even true. It's just something that you've convinced yourself of. And humans are notoriously brutal for beating themselves up. If you're going to kick your own ass, you're going to get bad results. But if you're going to believe in yourself and if you're going to motivate yourself and push yourself properly, you're going to get some pretty outstanding results.
That's great advice, man. So I have to ask, why exactly can't a person fail in life? I mean, because there are things that you can fail at, and I don't really understand that. I'm sorry.
Name one thing that you can fail at.
Well, what if you set a goal to write a book,
Mm-hmm.
and you even set a date on that, to make it a SMART goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't achieve that. You don't get it done in time.
Mm-hmm. Is that your scenario?
Yeah.
In your scenario, you've missed your deadline.
Yes.
You've given yourself a wise deadline, but you've missed the deadline. Does that mean that you will never write your book?
No.
So,
all right. I see what you're saying there. So that's actually great advice, and that is actually going to help me. So you guys can learn from this show. This show is amazing. I mean, he just rocked my world right there, because I was supposed to have an event in Topeka, Kansas. Actually today, and well, everything is canceled now. So, but it was supposed to be today, and I wanted to get my book done before the end of last year and then get it published before today, so I was able to sell that at that event, but I didn't get it done. And I was beating myself up about it because I knew that I should have gotten it done. And I actually...
Wait, hold on a second. You just said you knew that you should have gotten it done. And there's one of those false beliefs I just gave you. You thought you knew you should have gotten it done, right? But what you didn't know was everything that was involved. You decided I wanted to write a book, so you started to learn how to write. You thought you had it figured out. You learned you didn't. You learned more along the path. You learned more along the journey. It took you this amount of time to get to where you are. And the book that you're actually going to put out, when it's all said and done, will be 1,000 times better than the book that you had initially in your mind set out to do. So at no point have you failed. The path changed. Just like you think right now, so you're going to beat yourself up over those actions. But just like that class in Topeka, right? You have no control over COVID, right? So you can't really beat yourself up over not going to Topeka because of COVID. So your choice, you've now made a choice to beat yourself up over the book, but not over COVID, because you perceive things as being one in your control and one out of your control. When in fact, that's just your ego talking. Your ego saying, I set a goal and I didn't match my goal. I'm going to beat myself up. The most beautiful thing in the entire world is your book, bro, your book will get written. Of course it'll get written. Look at you. You're born to write a book. The book's going to be great. People are going to love the book. It's going to change lives.
Yes,
right?
sir.
But the whole purpose of this isn't about you writing the book. It's about becoming the man who wrote the book. So your end goal is completely different. It's not about the book. It's about you. It's about your journey. Right? We all leave here in a pine box. That's just the way it goes. At the end of the road, we're all taking the same train out of here. Who we become in that process, that's all it is. Not what do we get, not what do we have, but who do we become? Who are we? That's what's important. And that's why you can't fail, because you're on a path. You're going to become somebody. You're going to make choices. The shit that hurts, you're going to alter your path. You're going to change your choices. The shit that's great, you're going to learn from, and you're going to ride casually until shit starts to hurt again. And then you're going to alter your path and change your path. But at no point have you failed. Things have just changed and you've learned. That's all there really is to it.
Man, I'm serious. You just opened my eyes even more. This is amazing. And it's, wow. You know, like when I was in the hospital and they would give me things to work on. And I would work on them sometimes until they caused me injuries or they caused me pain.
Mm-hmm.
And people didn't understand that. But you see, to me, what you're saying is ego. I didn't want to not do that stuff and not get to where they thought I could be, because I thought I could be farther than they thought I could be.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes any sense.
It makes perfect sense. One thing too that we have to also acknowledge is that everything we think they're thinking, that's just us thinking. Every limitation that we have in our life, we apply to somebody else and we think that they're thinking about us. And it's the same thing with how we perceive other people. Somebody could say, oh, that guy thinks I'm fat, right? But the reality is you think you're fat through that guy because it's all inside your head. It's always been inside your head. One of the things that shines through above all else is absolute character. And like you said at the beginning of this podcast, I met you a few minutes ago. This is the first time you and I have ever been face to face.
Yeah.
But I can tell you right now, your character, your drive, and your determination radiates through this medium. And that's a powerful thing. So when I say your book's going to change lives, it absolutely will change lives. And that book has nothing to do with you and everything to do with the reader. And you're going to eventually put that passion into that book. And you're going to have this massive impact on yourself and on your surroundings because of this. And that's just an observational standpoint, the way you carry your energy. So, these are things that we don't even look at for ourselves. We don't even look at in ourselves because we always err on the negative side.
Wow. All right. I don't even know how to respond to that, but besides saying wow. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the feed. Well, I'll be happy to get them answered for you because this guy is rocking my world, so he must be rocking your world too. I promise you, if you pay attention, this will grab your attention. And if you're watching the replay, please put #replay. And if you're watching live or watching the replay, it doesn't really matter. You can tell us where you're from, and I will give you a shout out in the video. But I wanted to say hi to Greg Walker, aka the Big Dreamer. He's from Columbus, Ohio, and he's one of my coaches. And then I want to say hi to Casey Metcalf. She's one of my friends from Troy, Ohio. And then Jason Ventura, who said, "What's up, buddy?" And he is one of my favorite bartenders from this town in Piqua, Ohio. So I thank you guys all for watching. But right now I'm wondering, Adam, if you have any tips for anybody else that is going through anything in their life or feeling like they're failing at their life.
Read. That would be my advice. Everything that we think we know is based on the knowledge that we have. And if we're beating ourselves up, then we don't have enough knowledge. Read. Take in information. Stop watching television. Start reading. All the information you've ever needed. There is no difference between you and anyone that is living the life that you aspire to live. There's no difference. You can achieve and attain anything you want simply by acquiring the knowledge it takes to attain that. So one of the greatest books I can give right now advice is James Clear. The Atomic Habit. Absolute beautiful book. Another one would be Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill.
Outwitting the Devil.
It's an absolutely beautiful piece of literature. The information in Outwitting the Devil will change lives. If you haven't read books, if you guys have any questions or concerns about books or anything like that, you can shoot me a message. I mean, do you mind if I drop my name on here? Like, feel free to connect with me if you want.
No, I'm going to give you the opportunity to give any contact information you want to give out at the end of the show. So
beautiful.
I don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to reach out, if you guys want a book list, a get started book list, I got it for you. Audible is the greatest gift in the entire world that you could ever give yourself. Audible is downloadable books. You can listen to them while you're driving, while you're biking, while you're at the gym. Well, whenever we're allowed to go back to the gym, #COVID.
That's pretty awesome because I'm actually bummed out that my gym shut down yesterday. I showed up to go to a session and they're like, "Oh, we're closing in a half hour, right?" and it's a 24-hour, 365-day-a-year gym.
Yep.
They're closing. I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do?
And on that note, actually, remember too, ladies and gentlemen, that fear lowers your vibration. And if you've got the television on right now, it's nothing but fear. But if you take a quick pause and you look around and you ask yourself, do I know anyone that even knows anyone that's got this thing? You'll sort of quickly see that it's like there's a different story at what's on the television and what's happening in real life. If you discredit celebrities, actors, politicians, and the people that are naturally always on the television, if you remove them from the list of people that have this and you look solely at your life, the people that you interact with, understand that you're not going to get sick for the most part. Do whatever you have to do to protect yourself, but do not live in fear of this. It's this fear that lowers our vibration and that causes other sicknesses. Absolutely. Don't allow the fear to kick in. Don't.
Yeah, and Casey just said that she's bummed out too that they had to close at the gym. She has to work out at home now. And actually, I did that today too. And I understand because it's not a lot of fun to work out by yourself. But the thing is, you're getting it done. You're doing it. You're improving your own mind. You're improving your own body. You're helping to improve your life in general. So just like he says with reading, I'm saying exercise. I'm saying work out, because that will seriously change the chemistry in your brain.
100%.
It will add things to your brain like that knowledge that he's talking about. And it's amazing. So why exactly do you work out, Adam?
When I was younger, I was in really good shape. I was a bouncer and everything like that at the clubs in my 20s. My life has gone through multiple paths. I was a sales coach, life coach, business coach, all at separate times afterwards. My father passed away in 2007.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, buddy. And after that, I sort of changed up my lifestyle and did a few things, grew as an individual. And then the past few years have been really heavily focused on my mission statement and my clients. And a lot of that has to do with sitting down. So I found myself at one point, I hit over 308 pounds and I'm 6'1". I carry it well, the excuses we tell ourselves, but I was very dissatisfied with myself. So I decided to go back to the gym. I just woke up one day and said, this is gym time. So I went from basically doing all this work for other people and web design and all that sort of stuff where you're sitting at a desk. And I went to the gym. It was the weight that pissed me off, but it was also my lack of creativity. I was running out of creative juice. And the only way to pick that back up was to start moving my body. Every single one of your cells inside your body communicates with every other cell. So if you start invigorating your cells, your brain fires, your ideas come to you, and everything starts moving a lot faster. So 100%, your diet is everything. Your diet is everything you look at, everything you see, listen to, read, everything you eat, and everything you do for your body. It's all interconnected. You can't just do one and hope that everything works out. You have to rise above it, you got to put the work in. But to want to put the work in, you got to be lazy for a long time. You got to hit your bottoms, your peaks and your valleys. You got to go through all this stuff. There's no right or wrong. If you're extremely fat right now, hit the gym. If you're out of shape, if you're unhappy, if you're dissatisfied, hit the gym. If you want more information, if you want to cure up your depression, my God, put the pills down, hit the gym, right? If you want to lose weight, put the pills down, hit the gym. If you want to comprehend things, if you want things to move a little bit faster, hit the gym and hit the books. These are the things that make your life different. If you want to sit around and go, my life sucks, there's nothing I can do about it, open up a bag of Doritos and throw on Desperate Housewives. You have options. Choose.
Or hit the gym.
Yeah, I'm saying if you want your life to continue sucking, just open up some Doritos and watch the Desperate Housewives. But nobody wants their lives to continue sucking.
Look, man, right here. Anytime Fitness Running Man tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's my gym. So
nice.
All right. Well, if there's any contact information you would like to give out at this time, or any other piece of advice that you would like to give the people in my audience, please do so.
Yeah, you guys can find me at thementalmasteryalliance.com. You can find me at Instagram Instagram.com/ the Mental Mastery Alliance. You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/ Coach ARW. I'm pretty easily accessible. I like to talk. I like to connect with people. I like to help. We have all kinds of programs available to anybody that wants to step up. Absolutely. And we have all kinds of people looking to chat. We've got many coaches working in and within the team that are here to help anybody sort of overcome anything, really. And yes, anything that you've got going on in your life can be overcome. We've got coaches that range from 25 grand for a program, right down to 5 grand, right down to $1,000. We've got email connections. We've got things that you can reach out to. We've got group coaching, $10 a month. It's all simple stuff. Anything that you've ever wanted, we can help you find it. We can offer it to you, or we can help you find it, or we can just talk to you. If you just want to shoot us an email, info@the Mental Mastery Alliance. Somebody will get back to you and we'll talk.
Question.
Absolutely.
What is the group coaching for?
Group coaching is essentially this. What we're doing right now. We have a connectivity. It's up to 25 people in the podcast, so in the actual the Zoom call. And we connect with, there's a couple of coaches on the call. Everybody has an opportunity to talk, and when everybody talks in that setting, everybody understands that their problems are pretty widespread. It's not unique. You're not alone, all this sort of stuff. There's a better comprehension. You have one-on-one email support from individuals as well. And you get essentially a blueprint on what you personally need to do to change your stuff up. So the group coaching is pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And it's going to work. It's geared to work. So, coaching's not for everybody, but here's the thing too. Anything free, people aren't going to commit to. We'd love to give this stuff away, but people don't care for free. They don't believe in free. They don't support free. You got to commit mind, body, soul, and financially if you want results in your life.
Yeah, that's so true. But I thank you so much. I know this was extremely short notice because I just posted about my broadcast the other day and you responded. So
you reached out to me.
Yeah, well, all right.
But I think you reached out to me through, what was it? Justin Burns group. I think that's where you found me.
Is that it? All right. I'm in that group, but
yeah.
I love Justin.
Yeah, Justin's a good buddy of mine. He's crazy, but he's a good buddy of mine.
Yeah, he is crazy. But thank you so much again, and I hope you have a great night. But everybody out there, including you, need to do me a favor this week, next week, and for the rest of the year, and for the rest of your life. You need to make every second count. 100%. Why? Because you never know when those seconds are going to run out on your one life. So, again, I'm Jeff Marconette Jr., the award-winning international Make Every Second Count speaker, and he is Adam Walton. Oh, yeah, I forgot to ask. My dad wanted to know, are you one of the Waltons?
I am not, but when at Walmart, I do get treated like one.
Oh, well, darn, I was going to ask you for some stock.
Good question. Good ask.
All right. Well, hey, everybody out there, have a great night. And I will be back here on Thursday at, I forget what time, but I'll let you know. And I will see all you guys later. Thank you.